Is it working? Looks like it is. I have not done a live stream in a while, so I thought. And apparently, I'm getting interrupted by another tab. Excuse me, one quick second here. There we go. So there's a nice little feedback loop on my other screen, so everyone can see it. Apparently, Flaming Hedgehog thinks he'll be at work, so we won't be able to watch this. So if you're commenting right now, you probably are watching. But anywho, as all of you know, tomorrow is the not international. No, it's not international. Tomorrow is the National Day of Motoring. And what has Mini USA decided to do? They're doing something called Mini Together. Basically, it's going to be a virtual, it's a virtual Mini Takes the States. We're going to meet at our respective dealerships. We're going to get our goodie bags and snacks or whatever they have for us. And then we're going to go on basically a scavenger hunt to around our state, around our city, around wherever we happen to be. And I've heard it's going to be pretty fun. I have not had a chance to learn too much about it. I did get a chance to see the goodie bags. They're kind of cool. But it's going to be a fun time. I think we're going to have a good time. And then there's supposed to be like this virtual hangout kind of thing in the evening. So there's a very good chance you're going to get to, at least not in person, but you will get to talk to me at some point at that event. So that should be pretty fun. But let's catch up with some of the stuff that you've heard recently. And I apologize for the screen bouncing. It's sitting on a Rubbermaid bin on my bed. As you can see, I have a headboard right behind me. So this was the only place I actually had where I could use to create kind of a live stream vibe. But anyway, as some of you know, there is a special edition coming out soon. It is called the Cooper or Mini Anniversary Edition. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired today. It's called the Mini Anniversary Edition. It's a John Cooper Works with some nice touches reminiscent of the 1961 Mini Cooper race car driven by, what was his name? I'm gonna butcher the name if I don't get it right. But Charlie Cooper posted it on Instagram what the name was. So I am trying to hunt that down now. So I apologize if it's just taking a little longer and a little bit less polished than it's been in the past. So the car was driven by John Love. Number 70. It was a number 74 Mini Cooper. It was green. And it had apparently white trim rings around the headlights. So the special edition here has white trim rings around the headlights. Pretty cool looking car. Kind of a ghosted number 74 on the side of the car. It looks really cool. I'm hoping they bring it over to the U.S. Naturally, it's a cosmetic change to a already available vehicle. But I think it's going to be something that's going to be really cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. If they actually get it over here. Now, if they don't, I may try to convince the sales manager at Bear Mini to make one, basically, which wouldn't be that difficult, I don't think. But I digress. What else is going on in Mini? There's a lot, apparently. There's some special editions that are coming out still. Special editions coming out next year. But the biggest thing right now, and you all are quite aware of it, is that there's a chip shortage, a microprocessor shortage, which has definitely affected auto production around the globe, and it seems to have affected Mini dealerships. You might notice that a lot of Mini dealerships some have maybe one car, some have 10, some have 5, some have 3. I know one dealership that has about 20, but their normal inventory is over 100, so that's pretty low for them by comparison. But it's all over the place, and they're finding ways around it by sending cars without certain pieces of equipment, anything to kind of do to keep the cars coming, but the cars are still taking forever, it seems, to arrive at the dealerships, which is no fault of the dealerships. It's more to do with a logistics thing and the chip shortage. They're doing everything they can to get the cars to the dealerships. They're doing everything they can to get your ordered car to the dealership. They're doing everything they can to get you a service loaner if they have one. They're trying to get the parts in for cars, and it is just chaos, but they're doing everything they can. But in the meantime, we're stuck with this frustrating shortage of parts and cars, and we're not able to get the things that we would like to get. As such, I'm also having a difficult time getting cars to use for YouTube videos, which is why I've tried to scale back and do one video a week but I've been trying to throw in a few things here and there. I still am toying with the idea of bringing in BMWs again, but I know you all hate seeing BMWs on the Mini channel, so I may actually try to resurrect the Beamer Code channel and just put BMW stuff on that. Nothing really fancy, not quite the spit and polish kind of stuff that you see on my channel, but something a little bit more just fun videos just to watch, as opposed to the ones where you actually learn a little something about the Mini. But we'll see what happens with that if I have the time. As you know, I have not been doing a live stream for a while, and that's because I haven't had the time. Largely, my job keeps me busy with lots of things, and being a manager in the area with my company, it makes it even more of a challenge because you're doing your own work at the same time you're supervising other work and trying to basically keep things running smoothly and not have everything go boom in your face. And it can happen, and I'm doing everything I can to prevent that from happening. But I'm here to answer any Mini questions you might have and talk about anything you want to talk about related to Mini. I could even talk a little bit about BMW if you really want to. We could talk about why the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe looks terrible. We could also talk about what everyone thinks of the new BMW 2 Series, which doesn't look bad. They actually didn't do a bad job redesigning the car. But, I mean, they could have. I mean, you've seen the 4 Series. You've seen the M4, the M3. And I apologize. My cat is clawing at something down here. What are you doing? Yeah, see, you got foam stuck on your paws now, huh? That's what you get for clawing a chair. But anyway, what else is going on? Not a whole lot. Stuff with my car. I got a recent delivery. A large box showed up at my house from a company that you all might know of called BAV Sound. And if you don't know what they are a company. I think it's called BAV Sound. I hope I said that correctly. Or I'm pretty sure it's BAV Sound. But anyway, they make retrofit speakers for BMW, Mini, and even the Toyota Supra. I think they do other high-end European cars as well. But they make retrofit kits, and they asked me if I'd be interested in doing a video series showcasing the installation of a retrofit kit in a Mini Cooper. And I was like, sure, because I mean, why not? Get some cool stereo equipment. You can do a crazy or a really cool upgrade with your stereo system. So basically, I'm going to be removing the Harman Kardon speakers and replacing them with BAV Sound speakers, which should be pretty cool. Now, the problem I'm running into is I need help to do it, trying to find someone that can possibly help me with the install. And I didn't realize how difficult it would be to get the subs out from under the front seats. I'm going to actually have to unbolt the front seats and take them out of the vehicle in order to make that happen. But I think it'll be able to be done. It'll be a cool video series. You'll kind of get to follow along with me and get my opinions of this new audio equipment because it's pretty cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting a chance to do that. As far as any other stuff going on with the car recently, I was washing it, getting it ready for the event tomorrow, and apparently the clear coat failed on a piece on my car. The good news is it's not a piece on the car that was there when I bought it, so it didn't come from the factory. This was a piece that I had painted and installed myself. Well, I had it painted by someone else, and then I installed it myself. So it failed in a small spot, and I must have picked up a rock or something when I drove, given where it's located. So I'm going to get that fixed at some point, but right now money's a bit tight, so I'm going to have to do what I can until it gets around to being fixed. The good news is that the thing's painted black in that spot, so it's really not that noticeable to most people. And I'm unfortunately not most people, so I can see it every time I walk out to my car. But I digress again. I want to actually hear what people have to say. I want to hear from people on here. No one's communicating with me over here. It's like I haven't done a live stream in a while. Where's everybody? I guess they're all out having fun because it is a Friday night. And most people would be out enjoying themselves. So what am I doing sitting in front of my computer, talking to a computer or talking to a camera lens and possibly the 7 people here that might be watching the channel. So, hey to the 7 people who are actually watching me right now. But I'm sure some of you will probably watch this later. But I want to hear from, oh, there we go, Chris. I haven't talked to him in a while, aside from the fact that he communicates on all my other stuff. He said, or Caden says, I'm bored and want to go drive, but it's super rainy. Caden, where do you happen to live where it's super rainy right now? Because I live in Kansas. It's hotter than heck around here right now. So rain would be a welcome thing at the moment. But unfortunately, we don't have rain right now. We got lots of heat. I think it was 98 degrees. Colorado. Cool. I love Colorado. Colorado's a great place. You might know, I'm assuming you probably know some people in the Mini 5280 club out there, which is a good group of people. I hung out with them on Mini Takes the States in 2018, and they were very nice people. I enjoyed the drive up to Keystone with them. But Colorado's a great state. It's really pretty out there. And Caden said it's hot all day, like 90-ish, and then afternoon it just gets super stormy. Yep, that sounds about right. Kansas, it kind of gets hot and humid, so it's like, oh, the regular temperature's 96 degrees, so it's like, oh, there's a heat index, so it's like 110. And I work on an asphalt parking lot all day doing my job, so take 110 degrees, add like 30 to that, and that's about right. And let's see here. Chris Belgrade, it's been hot in Virginia Beach. I'm sure it has. Caden says, I just joined the Mini 5280 club last month, actually. Cool. Well, you'll have to say hi to some of my friends in the club. Just tell them the Miniac says hi. They know me. I think they do. I know most of them do. If you ever run into a kid named he's like in his 20s now. If you run into a kid named Marcus, tell him I said hey. But he drives a little blue R53 when he's not driving a BMW X5 and several Porsches, because he works at a Porsche dealership now. But anyway, so let's see what else is going on here with Mini. So as you can see here, we got the new John Cooper Works Mini Anniversary Edition. Really cool car. I'm kind of curious what's going on with. Let's go over here to BMW real fast. I want to get your opinions here on this car. And it's only because I don't know whether to love it or hate it. And so this is the new BMW 2 Series. So what do you think? It's purple. I mean, it has that going for it. It is purple. I think in this instance, BMW actually got things right with this car. They didn't quite get it with the 4 Series with the gigantic lungs for kidney grills, but this one still has the smaller horizontal kidney grills, very sleek look. It's a very nice looking car. I mean, yeah, Caden would agree with me on that. I think it looks very, very good. It's a pretty good looking car. I think it's a little bit much with the taillight, but maybe that's just my opinion. But overall, I think it looks really good. I mean, I wouldn't mind owning that myself if I had the money. Now, I'm kind of curious if that's the 2 Series. I'm really curious what the new M2 is going to look like. Is it going to look like this, or are they going to do the gigantic kidney grills? And we'll see what happens with that when the M2 comes out. I have not seen an M2 yet. Apparently, BMW is coming out with an X8, and all I can think of is, do we really need a larger BMW? I mean, we had the 7 Series for a while, and then they built the X7. And now they're building the X8. And if any of you have seen the M8 Competition Grand Coupe, it looks a little long. Basically, it's like it looks. The people that complain about the Mini Clubman being a long vehicle, this is like more exaggerated than that. So it's a odd looking car. And Chris wants to know how much this car is going to be. Good question, Chris. I have no unearthly clue. I don't know. It is going to be, let's see here with all this information they've provided for us here. Well, I don't know. 245 horsepower 4-cylinder. It's probably going to use one of the B engines from the Mini then. Pricing. No pricing. Okay, well. We have no pricing. My guess is whatever the 2 Series was presently, I'm saying take that and maybe add like $3 or $4 grand to it. So Caden says here, I recently just learned that the odd number series are the more practical sedans, and the even numbers are just the sporty versions of them. That would be the case, except for the fact that the problem was the even numbers were supposed to be the coupe versions of every car, and then they decided to make sedan versions of coupes. So it kind of just became a complete mess. Caden says like the 4 Series is the 3 Series. Yeah, exactly. So basically, it just became a complete mess. But anyway, Charlotte Powell says sleek looking, love the purple. I'd like to see BMW. I'd like to see Mini use that color for one of their cars. How about a purple JCW? Would anyone love to have a purple JCW or a purple Clubman or a purple Mini convertible, even a purple Countryman? I mean, a purple Countryman would be kind of cool. Actually, I was talking with the sales manager the other day. We were trying to find out if there was a way that he could order a zesty yellow Mini Countryman, John Cooper Works Countryman, because they're built at the same plant. We think it would be pretty cool, but he doesn't know if it's going to be able to be doable. So I think he's still trying to figure out if it's possible to make it happen. But if he is, it would be the only zesty yellow Mini John Cooper Works Countryman in the country. So that'd be pretty cool if it does happen. Caden says here, true, but they still have sloping roof lines. But yeah, I really don't understand why they decided to make Grand Coupes. Exactly. Why did they decide to make Grand Coupes? But anyway, going back to the purple Mini, Charlotte says yes. So she agrees with me that minis in purple would be pretty cool, especially considering I think they had I'm going to say it was black-eyed purple, but I don't know for that. Don't know if that's true. So the 4 people that are watching this right now, if you know what color Mini's purple was, go ahead and chime in because I have no clue anymore. I think it was black-eyed purple, but I can't remember. The closest thing to purple you could get up until recently was Starlight Blue, and they've discontinued that color. They might bring it back as a special edition, but it's currently gone. But I think that was the closest you could get to purple with the Mini for a while, but the old purple that was in the R53 was a pretty cool color. But let's see here. What else do we have going on here? So there's that. So I want to know what you all think of. I'm going to try to pull this up here for Mini. So I've been hearing rumors that they're going to do more than just this color for the multi-tone roof. So this is one of the newest things that Mini brought out. It's a multi-tone roof. It starts off with this bright shade of blue in the middle, darker shade at the front, and then black at the back. I've heard rumors they may offer to do other colors, or they may try to do other colors at some point, but I'm kind of curious what you all think. Do you think that they should, for example, I'm sorry, let me get my words here. I want to know what you think of the multi-tone roof, but also I want to know what colors you'd like to see for the multi-tone roof. What other variations do you think would be really cool? Or even, maybe they could even offer an option where you could order different colors. Like imagine being able to pick out what multi-tone roof you want, like what colors you wanted to combine together. I mean, I could almost see given the current pattern here, I could see someone doing the French flag, obviously, because it's pretty easy to do lines like that. But you could do multiple colors across the roof. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if you could do just variations on it. So imagine that. But I want to know what you all think of the multi-tone roof. Do you really like it? Do you think it's kind of a gimmick? Do you think it has potential? They need to add other color options. What do you all think? Because that's what I want to know. I want to know what you all think of that. And I think it's pretty impressive as it is. And I don't know why they say 3 colors, 3 roofs, and this endless individualization. Aside from the fact that that roof is actually available not just on the 2-door hardtop, but it's available on the 4-door hardtop and on the Clubman. And I've seen it on the Clubman. You've all seen it on the Clubman. But I'm trying to figure out what else there. Yeah, it's basically they're talking about 3-door, 5-door, and Clubman. The only thing, here's my thing about this. I love the way this roof looks. I think it looks really off when you add a sunroof into the middle of it, because I think at least on the hard tops, it tends to take away a bit of the drama of the roof. But Charlotte says, love the multicolor, maybe a sunset color scheme. So sunset color scheme. So that'd be kind of like a red, orange, and yellow maybe kind of blend, which would be kind of cool. That's what I'm guessing anyway. I thought it'd be a pretty cool or a pretty cool fade. What are you doing? Sorry, the cat's being a little goofy right now. Hey. Well, come here. If you're going to come up here, come here. Okay, no, never mind. But anyway, Charlotte said yes to that whole thing with the sunset idea, so she likes that idea. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to have multiple variations on the color theme. I think it'd just be really cool to have that. What else is going on with Mini? There's not much really going on right now aside from the shortage. I mean, cars are in short supply. And Andrew Betancourt is in. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Nice to see another friendly face in here. But if you haven't, Andrew, if you don't know what's going on here, we're basically just talking Mini Coopers, talking about whatever you want to talk about. So if you have any Mini Cooper questions, anything related to that, feel free to chime in. Feel free to ask. Feel free to offer advice if you have any. I'm sure someone in here has some questions. Everyone's just kind of coming here and hanging out, kind of enjoying themselves. My cat has decided to hang out next to me as well, so he's up here just doing his thing, mostly sleeping. Right, Ox? Mostly sleeping? Huh? Yeah, he's just sleeping. But anyway. Yeah, don't look at me in the tone of voice. All right. So what else is new with Mini? Well, there's that. We still don't know much about the 4th Gen Mini. I mean, we know that it's coming out in a couple of years. The rumor is it's going to be revealed in the next, probably by next year. By next year, we probably are going to see the actual car. By the end of this year, we should possibly see a slightly less disguised test car. So maybe the door is uncovered or something. But we don't know yet. Andrew says, I bought an R56 Cooper S manual, owned it for a week, and it blew up. I am incredibly sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Was it a 2009? Was it a 2007 to 2010? Because if it was a 2011 and up, that really surprises me. But I'm sorry to hear that your car blew up. Just so you know, those cars are rebuildable, and I know from experience they're rebuildable. Just so you all know, if anyone's interested, carsandbids.com. They're gonna have, or the guy who bought my old Mini Cooper S that I named Rocky, dark silver one, the one that had all the graphics all over it. He's putting it up for sale. He unfortunately has had some knee issues, so he can't drive stick shift anymore, or at least not as comfortably as he used to be able to. So the car is being put up for sale. It's a 2008 Mini Cooper S, John Cooper Works tuning kit, John Cooper Works body kit. It's been fully modified. The engine's been rebuilt over a 3-year period, and he's putting it up on carsandbids.com with no reserve. So as much as I would love to buy the car back for myself, I'd rather have one of you out there possibly buy it if you can, because I think it'd be a great car for anybody. But that's beside the point. Andrew said it was a 2011 Cooper S with 80,000 miles. That really does surprise me, but unfortunately, I think that probably had to do with the previous owner probably not maintaining it correctly, probably not changing the oil as regularly as they should. It's usually very rare that a N18 motored Cooper S blows up. I mean, that just doesn't happen. The N14s can happen quite frequently, but the N18s are usually very difficult. It takes a lot to kill one of those cars. Well, it can take a lot to kill one of those cars. So it's kind of surprising that happened. But Andrew, I'm hoping you're going to possibly rebuild the car or fix it or get something put back together. And I know $10,000 down the drain. I don't envy you with that situation, but if you end up rebuilding it, it'll be a great car regardless. Alan Vandermark, what's the lead time for factory orders of 2022 Minis? As far as I heard, currently it's between 3.5 to 4 months because of delays, and that has to do a lot with some with parts, some of it with logistics, because shipping or shipping or parts shipping has been delayed. Car shipping has been delayed. Truckers have fewer truckers right now to ship cars, so they can't pick up cars from the ports and bring them in as quickly as they used to. So there's delays with that as well. But right now I've heard it's about 3 to 4 months. But if you order the car, you're going to get the exact car you want. I don't know if there's any options in it they may delete. Now, some of you have been hearing that the Harman Kardon has been deleted on some of the cars. That is true. There are cars coming in that don't have Harman Kardon. It was deleted. Now, some people have been saying they are canceling their orders on those cars. Here's my thing. Don't do that. Because the Harman Kardon system, yes, it's fantastic, but the stock system's decent. And if you do get that retrofit kit that I was talking to you guys about from Bav Sound, you can get a retrofit kit for those speakers, swap those out, put in some nicer ones, and it'll sound fantastic. It'll sound just as good as a Harman Kardon. Well, not as good as a Harman Kardon, but better than the stock sound system. So it's something I would encourage. I mean, it would be a great option, and it's not going to void your warranty to do something like that. But I mean, if you're going to cancel the order, don't do that. Just upgrade the sound system. And for the rest of us who like to just listen to our exhaust at the back of our car, why bother with the sound system? Roll the windows down, just turn the car in sport mode, just listen to the exhaust as you're driving down the road. But anywho, Andrew said, I've already gotten rid of it, and I'm looking into just buying one new from Mini because I can't deal with unknown service history. I don't blame you, Andrew. I would encourage you to definitely look into cars that are a little bit newer. Probably look at the cars a little bit newer. The older ones, if you don't know the maintenance history, they can be very problematic. I would recommend, if you don't want a car that's going to blow up on you, I would recommend 2014. Oh, well, 2014s were an interesting situation. If you had a manual transmission one that was a Cooper S, they had a crank walk issue, but it seemed to only affect manual transmissions. The automatic ones were fine. You obviously sound like someone who likes to stir your own gears. You want to drive a manual. I would look at 2015 and up on Cooper S's because, yes, they are F cars. They're good cars. They are much more reliable. They're incredibly well built, and they will last a lot longer. Case in point, my car just turned over 83,000 miles, and as you all know, I bought it in March of last year. My job has me driving about a little over 30,000 miles a year. So I put about 30,000 miles on that car in 1 year, and it now has 83,000 miles on it. It's still running as solid as the day I bought it. So that's good news. So that's why I say I'd recommend getting one of the F cars. If you're looking for something that's incredibly reliable, get one of those. If you're looking for something you want to tinker with, have a little bit more fun with, then obviously the R chassis and even the R53s, the R56s, those are all great cars. So Caden says, my 2013 Countryman S is at 100,500 miles, and it's still going great. That's fantastic news. Glad to hear that. Those cars do tend to last a little bit longer. And Andrew just said, 2015 and newer sounds pretty good, but trying to find a manual is so hard. I agree with you. Finding a manual is very challenging, especially for F cars right now. I found out that if I were to sell my car right now, I could get a couple grand more than I paid for it because even though it's higher mileage, it's a manual, and those are very rare apparently right now. For some strange reason, I don't know why they're rare. But there's manuals all over the place if you know where to look. I would recommend checking on like Auto Trader or something. You can probably find them. Some Mini dealerships may have them. Just do your shopping and find one that fits your budget, fits your needs, has everything you want in it. I had a friend who recently got rid of his Clubman because he didn't like it as much. He had an F54 Clubman, and he now has an F55 four-door just because he wanted a little bit smaller Mini. So he's having fun with that, but I think he bought his through CarMax, and that's an option as well. But, I mean, go out there and just take a look and see what's out there. Take your time. Find the car that's perfect for you. It might just appear one day and they'll be the right car, or it might take a little bit of time to find it. I've had luck with cars just kind of just dropping into my lap, as it were, and having a car that's like, oh, this is a great car. This is a great car. I've had several I have had, in the course of my Mini ownership, I've had 6 great Minis. I had a 2006 R53. I had a 2011 Cooper Clubman. I had a 2013 Cooper S with a JCW tuning kit. I had a 2008 Cooper S with a JCW tuning kit. I had a 2014 JCW Clubman, and of course I have my 2017 Cooper S with JCW tuning kit, JCW appearance package, and it's a pretty fantastic looking car. But I mean, there's tons of options out there. Caden says, although I did have to replace my turbo last year. Yeah, turbos on the R50, on the R56 generation, on the N18 engines, they tend to sometimes need replacing at. They sometimes, now this is don't quote me on this. I say sometimes they need replacing at 100,000 miles. They don't always, because my JCW Clubman hit 107,000 miles, and then it didn't need anything. It still didn't need a new turbo. In fact, I think it needed a fuel pump after I traded it in or something like that, or a water pump, something like that. But the turbo is still going in that car as far as I know. It's on to its 4th owner now, and it's still going strong. Andrew Betancourt, what a good price point I should look for. I would look, if you're going to get 2015 Cooper S and you want low mileage, I would look anywhere between $14,000 to $18,000. That depends on the car. If you're looking for, I mean, that depends on the car, depends on the mileage. You're going to get, as far as mileage goes, you might get anywhere between 30 to 60, 70,000 miles. But I would just make sure you shop and get the exact thing you want. Alan Vandermark, have ordered 2022 JCW hardtop. What aftermarket exhaust would you recommend? As far as aftermarket exhausts go, if you want to do, you could do Remus exhaust, you could do Miltech, I think. There's tons of aftermarket. I would check outmotoring.com, see what they have for the John Cooper Works. I would actually, though, encourage the JCW Pro exhaust. Now, here's the thing. The 2022 JCWs, they don't pop. They burble, but they don't pop. So you're going to get a deeper tone from the Pro exhaust, but you're not going to get the pops out of it that you would get in the previous cars. That being said, it's not terrible. They're still fantastic sounding engines. And as my friend Mayo Chickens here, Gabriel, would say, the JCW Pro is good, but you won't get pops and bangs. You still will get burbles. Now, if Mayo Chickens would like to actually join me on the live stream, Gabriel, would you like to come in and join me? I sent you the link. We need comedy. I need comedy relief right now, and you're not here. Now, if you know who he is, he has his screen name on Instagram is Savage GP. That's SAAVGGP3. I want to say. Yeah, Savage GP. I can't remember, but he has a 2021 GP3 that is really, really cool looking. Red roof. It has all the bells and whistles. He just recently did some really cool stuff with the wheels that you guys got to really take a look at. He also upgraded the intake and charge pipe, I think, the forged hard pipe at the back of the engine. That thing makes a really menacing sound from the wastegate when it's driving down the road. It's really, really cool. But you'll have to, and he said, just give me a bit. Okay, so he's going to eventually join us to have a little fun. Yeah. Here he is. His screen name is Savage GP. So if you want to see a really cool JCW GP3, go check out his Instagram. It's a really great looking car. I remember I started following him on Instagram when he had his previous Mini Cooper. Then fortunately got into a wreck, got totaled, and he ended up getting this GP3 after it. So this is a fantastic car. It's a great Mini. It's a Mini I would want to have at some point, and I think he's going to. Just have fun with this car for many, many years to come. And he almost didn't get this car. He almost got a BMW M2. And as much as I love the M2, I think the Mini was a better choice. So what do we have here with Charlotte? Thinking of adding a tuning kit to my 2019 R55. You mean F55S. Your thoughts? I would go ahead and do it. The tuning kit will take your 189 horsepower, bumps it to 210 horsepower. And the Pro exhaust will also give you that nice burble and popping noises, all the fun stuff that you get in a Mini Cooper. So that's a great idea. I would encourage you to do it. Chris Belgrade, what aftermarket exhaust will give you the pops and bangs? I would say, as far as aftermarket exhaust goes, excuse me, my back is killing me. I would say, well, I would honestly say if you have an F car, the Pro exhaust, it's a great exhaust system. If you want pops and burbles, though, if you want more pops and burbles, if you're talking about pops and burbles exhaust for a car that doesn't currently pop and burble, then the option there is you have to figure out a way to tune it. And unfortunately, there's not an option at the moment. I know they're working on them, but there's not a way to really tune the cars right now. I know the sales manager has tried everything. He's tried a decat, a downpipe, and some other stuff. It seems like we initially thought it was the particulate filter that was causing that, and it turns out it's not. It's actually the tuning. It's actually the programming to the engine in the car, because as some of you might already know, the ECU on the car is programmed to create that popping noise, which basically I think what I heard is it like drops a little bit of fuel into the exhaust or something like that. I don't think that's actually true. I think it's just designed to create a popping noise through the exhaust. But yeah, they took it out of the current cars, and I think that has to do a lot more of the European Union emissions regulations and stuff like that. Or it could also have a lot to do with California. So we know who to blame there. But I digress again. And if you're wondering why it looks blue in my glasses, I have a blue light filter on my new glasses, so it's a little bit stranger to see. But I mean, the glasses are blue too, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, what else we got going on here? I'm going to try to see if I can find. Ooh, got 10 people in here. I got double digits finally. So let's see, 2024 Mini Cooper. I'm going to actually do some work here, see if I can actually find images. Sure, why not? We'll use my image. So this is a video, apparently. I'm going to put it up in a second here. And it's not going to work that way. All right, we're just going to go back to this. So I'm going to pop this up here and add it back in. So there we go. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Cuts my head off, though. Okay, we'll do this. All right, there we go. So 2024 Mini Cooper, as you can see, the test car right there. Someone mentioned in a previous video that I commented that if you look at the bottom, you can see what looks like where the rocker panels would normally be. That apparently is the floor pan for the car, and it looks like it's thick enough to hold a fairly good-sized battery. So it looks to me like that is probably going to be the electric. It may have 200 to 300 miles of range possibly. So anywho, we're going to add in this crazy guy here because I just felt like adding him in here, so we can actually have a little bit of a back and forth comedy bit going on.
What's up? How are you?
And I haven't seen this guy in a while because he's too busy to hang out with us.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while since I've been in here.
Yeah.
How are you? How's everything?
Everything's going great here, although you got this crazy Mission Control headset on right now.
Oh yeah. I haven't set up everything up, so yeah, this is how it's gonna be from now.
Caden just asked, do you think they would make a hybrid Cooper? From what I've heard, they are planning that the last generation of internal combustion engines that Mini makes will be hybrid powertrains. They will have a gas-electric combination. So not quite the Mini Countryman that we have right now, but it will be kind of like a mild hybrid. So like it'll be kind of like a hybrid assist. Should have increased fuel economy, should have increased horsepower. So yeah, they are going to probably be doing a hybrid at some point. If you didn't already get the memo, and I haven't done a video about it yet, Mini announced that they are not killing off the Mini convertible like they had initially planned. They are actually going to keep that car going. They have the 4th generation Mini convertible coming out in 2025, and they're going to offer an electric version of it as well. So you're going to finally be able to get an electric convertible. So you're going to have an electric convertible, you're going to have an electric hardtop, an electric four-door, an electric Countryman. If they make the Traveler, you're going to have electric Traveler. Now there's only one other vehicle they need to make, and that's the electric Superleggera concept. They need to make that into a production car because who wouldn't want a Mini Roadster? So I think that'd be incredible. Now, what you also don't know is that they are coming out with they said they're going to be doing it. If you've seen the Mini Pacesetter car that's being used for the Formula E races, that is supposedly going to be coming out at the end of this year or early next year as a limited production electric John Cooper Works, basically. So it's going to look like it's going to have some of the elements of the GP. A lot of what you see on the pace car is basically how it's going to sort of look. I don't know if the range is going to be increased. I don't know if the horsepower is going to be increased, but I'm hoping it is It obviously will probably not be 302 horsepower, 301 horsepower like the GP3, but it may come pretty darn close. I'm thinking probably 250 at the most at the moment, but that might be possible. I don't know if they're actually going to do that. It may just end up being a 181 horsepower JCW, so electric JCW, but we'll see what happens there. What do you think about that, Gabriel?
I think it's pretty cool, but I don't know. I feel like them releasing that, I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I feel like they're gonna be reducing the exclusivity of the GP3, but at the same time bringing a new platform into the whole electric vibe. Because by 2022 everything is gonna be electric, correct?
No.
By 2025, my bad, everything's gonna be electric.
No, 2030 everything's gonna be.
Oh really?
Basically 2030 will be 2030. The cars released in 2030 will all be electric from that point forward. 2025 is going to be the last year they're going to bring out a new internal combustion powertrain. So basically they're going to release a new powertrain lineup for the Mini in 2025, and then 5 years of that will be going on, and then at 2030 they no longer make internal combustion engines. It'll all be electric after that.
Okay, because what I'm thinking is, how will the electric GP3 or whatever it's gonna, you said it's gonna be called the GP EV.
We were hearing it might be called the GPE.
Yeah.
More than likely, it's probably just gonna be an electric JCW.
So I'm intrigued how it's gonna compete with the GP3 platform.
It's not designed to compete with the GP3. The GP3 is its own car. This is basically going to be a second Halo car for the F car generation. So basically, think of this car as sort of another send-off for the F cars.
Gotcha. Because
the next generation's coming around. Now, there's a good chance that the next F cars may actually still be called F cars. I don't know yet. But
wasn't it the G56?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be called the G56, the G54, G55, G60, stuff like that. Just because based on the current naming or nomenclature from BMW, their E cars went to F cars, went to G cars. Now there's a possibility that they may. Now there's a possibility if they want to go along with the regular way that BMW does things. They had E, so you had the E30, you had the E36, you had the E46, the E92, the E94, whatever you want to call it, and then they went into F cars.
Gotcha.
And then they had F01, F30, F20, F80, F82. So you're kind of like, they may try to possibly keep it going. So I don't know how that would work, because if you ended up with an F, I think if you ended up with an F 80 at some point in history, years down the road, if you end up with an F86 BMW or Mini Cooper, it would sound way too much like a BMW.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine going that far.
No.
Quick question to run by you, because yesterday, I don't know if you saw on my Instagram that I finally did launch control on the GP3. A lot of people started commenting that I did launch control incorrectly. I've never had a car with launch control. I've never done launch control before.
So what did you do? Okay, what did you do exactly?
So I went on YouTube and I found some videos of people activating launch control, and I did everything. It activated the launch control. But in the beginning of my video, you can see that when I let off, you can hear the turbo from the intake, because it's open right now. I don't have the hood scoop. You can hear it starting to build up, and as soon as it was starting to build up, I let off the throttle and I went. I was told to wait 2 to 3 seconds and then let off the throttle so it can build up all the boost. And it felt a little bit sluggish to me. I mean, in the video, it's still fast, because you can look at it in the video. Yeah. It didn't lose that much traction, and it still left a little nice trail of like 2 tire marks, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, I've been told that. So what do you think?
I'd say I don't think you did it wrong. I was told basically when you do that, you put it in. I think you put it in drive, put your foot on the brake, build up the revs, and then release the brake.
Yeah, I was told that, but I didn't know that there was like a special thing that you had to follow. But yeah, I mean, if anything, you can bring up the video later on. You can hear what I'm trying to say. So it really didn't have time to build up the turbo spool, and then launch it, I guess, harder. I'm not really sure. but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it again. Now I have knowing that I have 99 launch controls left. It kind of bothers me.
Well, 99 launch controls, assuming you did the launch control correctly.
No, it when it popped up launch control, so I'm 100% sure that it's gonna count that off. Yeah.
You got 99 left. Now, supposedly you can reset that, but I don't know for sure how.
I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I'm like, oh, I have to reset it. I already wasted 99. You know?
Yeah. So this person just said, because of you, I own a Countryman SL4. Life's too short. Great choice. Countryman SL4 is a very nice car. The all-4 system is incredible with those cars. It has 189 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 8-speed automatic. You put the thing in drive, put it in sport, turn off the traction control, just stomp on the pedal, and that thing launches. Those are quick little cars. So great choice.
I feel like I ruined my entire launch control capabilities with any car, because a year ago my buddy had rented for his birthday at the time the quickest Tesla, which was the P100D Ludicrous or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was having so much fun with that car, launching it. Oh my god, the G's that car pulls, it's insane. And then I went from that to doing the launch control on the GP3, and it just doesn't compare. Obviously, it's like 2 point something seconds compared to like the fastest that a GP3 has gotten stock. I think it's 4.7. And I think I messed it up for myself.
Well, I think it's still fun.
Oh no, yeah, it's fun for sure.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, it's still fun. What else we got here? Caden just said, do you think a Mini will ever have a 6-cylinder engine before they go all electric? The answer to that question is a resounding no. They will never do a 6-cylinder, and the reason why is because the original classic Minis, I think, were 4 cylinders, the original ones from way back when. I know we have a 3-cylinder Mini right now, but bear with me here. They've always done little inline motors in those cars, transversely mounted, front-wheel drive. I don't think they would ever do a 6-cylinder. Now, I have seen Minis where they've installed 6-cylinder engines into them to modify them. I've seen classic Minis with 6-cylinder motors in them. And there's also one R56 roaming around with the BMW M3 V8 engine in it.
Yeah.
So they've done 8 cylinders too. Granted, to shove a V8 engine into a Mini Cooper, you're going to have to do a lot of fabrication. It's not just one of those stick it in, you're done kind of things with those cars. It's more of a cut the body apart, cut the chassis apart, cut the frame apart, weld new plates in, weld new shock towers in, weld in engine mount points, all the other crazy stuff that you have to do to get one of those engines in there. So, but I don't think they're going to be ever do a 6-cylinder engine for the Mini Cooper. Now, I could be completely wrong on that, and they might actually offer one if they ever decided to, at least with the larger vehicle, like the upcoming Traveler that they're talking about. Although I heard that's supposed to be full electric, but they may offer an internal combustion engine version of it, and they may put a 6-cylinder in it. Who knows? But from right now, I think they're going to be mostly 4-cylinder. And I think that's just because of tradition. They've always done 4-cylinder motors in those cars.
Wouldn't it also compete with BMW being 6-cylinder?
Well, the funny thing is that the upcoming Mini Traveler is going to actually be underpinned by the platform that it's going to share the platform with the BMW X3.
Well, the GP3 shares the same platform as the M135, the new M135i in England. What do you mean? It has the same engine.
Same engine, but the M135i uses the UK L2 platform.
What is that?
It's actually a bigger car. It uses the platform out of the Clubman.
Oh yeah, not the same. No, of course I get you, but engine wise and whatnot.
Because they use similar engines. The car, actually, the car that closely matches, that's a BMW that closely matches the UK L1 platform. The only BMW that uses the UK L1 platform is the BMW 1 Series that is built in China.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one that uses the UK L1 platform.
Because my whole idea was, why didn't they bring out the new M135i here to the United States? Because it looks really nice. And then I'm like, wouldn't it be a competitor against the GP3?
Let me look it up here. The BMW.
Because it looks really nice. The M135i.
I think it looks pretty good.
I think it looks really nice. I saw Shmi do there was a special edition one tuned by some company. It was like a baby blue on YouTube. If you look that up, it's gonna pop up, and that one's really nice. I just pulled up the picture on Top Gear. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled up Top Gear's picture, so I'm gonna
bring it up.
I'm gonna add it back in. Window, Chrome tab, BMW. There we go. share.
That
And
I love how that looks.
yeah, what's funny, but the thing is, the reason they are not bringing it over is because it shares a lot of the platform and running gear out of Mini.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. But then, so I don't know. I really like it, man.
Well, their thought process is that this car would compete against the Mini, and it could potentially hurt sales in the U.S.
Yeah. No, it would 100%.
I mean, it's not a terrible looking car. But that being said, BMW's last 1 Series was one of their last 1 Series was rear wheel drive. Imagine a rear wheel drive hatchback. That's what they had at one point. The 1 Series that we had in the U.S. for the longest time was a rear wheel drive coupe, 2-door coupe that was a nice looking car, but it wasn't the same as the 1 Series they had over in Europe.
Yeah, we don't even get the A45 here. I actually saw one. I was watching a YouTube car meet and I saw an A45 and I was like, "What?" And then some guy here in the US had it imported. I don't know how much paperwork and how much stuff he had to do to get it imported here, but he got an A45 imported into the US.
845 or A45?
A45, the Mercedes A45 AMG.
Oh, okay. Mercedes.
A really, really nice car. It's a hatchback as well.
AMG.
But they only have it in Europe, I think, or yeah.
So Mercedes-Benz A45 AMG. Let me pull that one in there. So let me see. Share screen. So let's find that one.
There you go.
For that car.
That's another one of my favorite hatchbacks.
Yeah, it's a decent looking car. They did bring over the A-Class to the US.
Yeah, but I've driven it. It's just like a little SUV. It has nothing to do with that car.
No, they actually brought over the A-Class sedan.
Can you show me a picture?
Yeah. Mercedes A-Class. Fact.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't got the same vibe as that.
No, hatchbacks always have more of a fun vibe to them.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the thing is I like hot hatches, so those are always the fun cars.
I love hot hatches.
The fun ones. What's funny is that's the A series now. The hatchback is the A series. This was the original A series.
I can't. That almost looks photoshopped.
Unfortunately, it's not. That was the Mercedes A series way back when.
Oh boy.
Makes you wonder what they were thinking and why they decided to make it look good.
I am speechless.
I've never seen that before. As far as front wheel drive sedans go, because this thing is front wheel drive. Normally, as far as front wheel drive sedans go, that A series is actually, or that A45 or A series sedan is actually pretty decent looking. I think this A-Class looks far better than the BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe.
You know, I'm not sure if CarWow on YouTube did a video on it. The best hot hatches. I think they did a drag race and the GP3 won, and then they did a drag race against the new Yaris but the Yaris is all-wheel drive, but it's still a hot hatch, and the GP3 won. And then for all their other videos of hot hatches and front wheel drive cars and stuff like that, they removed the GP3 from everything. Why? Like, did it start like outperforming every single one of them, so they just didn't want to upload anymore? That's what I was thinking. I'm not sure if you've seen it or kept up with it whatsoever.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it yet. Anyway, This is the 2 Series Grand Coupe.
Yeah, that shares the same engine as the GP3, correct?
Yeah, it also shares the same engine as and all-wheel drive system out of the Clubman and Countryman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting that they brought that here.
The difference is this is using the new FAR architecture, which is the new front-wheel drive architecture for BMW, as opposed to the UKL2, which is what the current Countryman and Clubman use. But that car right there, I've seen them in person. It looks like a Dodge Dart.
Really?
I think it looks like a Dodge Dart.
I haven't seen one of those in person. I've seen the new M3 and M4, but I haven't seen that one in person.
Here, let me show you. I'm going to show you a Dodge Dart, and you tell me if the car's
No, I know what a Dodge Dart looks like.
Well, I want to see if the viewers will see exactly what I'm seeing.
Let's see.
Okay, so let me find a good picture of one. Here we go. Okay, so that's a good picture of one. Let me actually get the thing to enlarge. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
Do they have that 2 Series and an M or no?
They have an M235i X drive, which is that picture right there I showed you.
It's that one that you have pulled up?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the screen shortly here. So as soon as I get it, why does it keep doing that to me? Why do you do this to me, car and driver?
I wonder
Okay,
how much it weighs.
I don't know. See the resemblance?
You need to pull them up side by side. Can you do that?
I don't think I can.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Just take a screenshot and then put them up in your desktop, both of them.
Actually, I wonder if I can do a side-by-side comparison.
That would be interesting. That would actually, I would be able to see it like that.
But if you saw the car,
what? That cannot be true. It says the curb weight is 2,600 pounds. It's literally less than the GP3.
it's not 2,600 pounds. There's no way.
Yeah, that's literally what I put M235i weight, and it says the 2022 M235i Grand Coupe curb weight is 2,600 pounds.
It's not.
I can't even process
BMW
that.
M235i X drive curb weight 3,695 pounds.
Oh, maybe the one that I'm looking at is not the X drive.
No, even the non-X drives would weigh that.
Google M235i weight, and the same thing is gonna pop up. I think we need a moderator.
If you do, no, it says M235 Grand Coupe. It says 2,605 pounds, but that is not correct.
Hey Zach, I think we need a moderator for the comment section.
What the? We're gonna put you in timeout. There we go. I just noticed. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
So Lord is King is blocked for 5 minutes. Yeah, Maria, I don't know what was going on there, but welcome to the group. Welcome to the chat. I don't know who Lord is King is, and I blocked them right now for about 5 minutes, but if they come back and post more of that stuff, I'm gonna block them completely. So we're doing a live chat on Mini Coopers. We're not doing a live chat on religion at the moment. And that's the way it's going to be. So, anyway, where were we? And hi, Maria. So, if any of you all know, Maria's from Puerto Rico, not from Cuba, which is where Gabriel's family's from.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
So, but yeah, we were talking about silly things from BMW, and this was the silly thing, and the fact that it looked like a Dodge Dart. And the only reason I say that is because it does. Because I think it looks like a Dodge Dart. So I'm going to show you. Here we go. Here's the picture. This is a better picture. Okay, there's a Dodge Dart. Does it look like a BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe to you?
I'm trying to see it, but I get where you're coming from, but I can't really see it.
All right, look at the shape of the headlights.
Okay.
See the headlights now?
The shape, the outer shape of the headlight, I see what you mean, but then the sharp edges of the halos kind of throw me off. But I see where you're coming from.
Looking from an overall shape standpoint.
Yeah. It's a little bit higher going up to the fender of the car. Yeah, I see what you mean.
That being said, there's not much you can. It seems like BMW. It seems like not just BMW. It seems like front wheel drive sedan architecture. If you look at all of them, you can always tell from looking at a car which one's rear wheel drive, which one's front wheel drive, and so forth. Rear wheel drive cars, the front wheels are usually further forward. And then on front-wheel drive cars, the front and rear overhangs are almost identical. So it's really kind of funny. You look at the side profile of a 2 Series Grand Coupe, and it's the same overhang front and back. So you automatically look at that and you go, yeah, that's front-wheel drive. But you look at like a 3 Series, and you look at the way it's set up, and it has a very short overhang at the front with a longer overhang at the rear, and you're like, yeah, that's rear-wheel drive.
I think I want to talk about something, if you don't mind. So
yeah.
I think it's an abomination. And I've seen people trying to redesign it, and I've seen people on YouTube going in and trying to make it look better, and they make it look somewhat better, but I think that BMW completely lost it. Something that was very close to my heart, as in design-wise and how aggressive it looked. The new M235i, or M2, or whatever it's called. I'm not sure what name they gave it now, because it's not the M2 yet. The new 2 series.
M240i.
M240i.
So the 2022?
Yes. I don't know where they went. I don't know what they were thinking, but I have heard rumors that BMW hired some designer that Kia fired, and they took it. He took it upon himself, and he created that new design for the new BMWs coming out.
So you're saying it has some like Kia Stinger vibes to it?
I don't know what it looks like. I do not agree with it whatsoever.
So you don't like that?
And the body, I'm pretty sure the body's going to be taken into the new M2. I don't like it. I just don't. If you compare that right there to the older M2, or well, the new, the 2021 M2, it looks so much different.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The current M2, the previous M2 is very aggressive looking.
It's extremely aggressive looking. Even the top, the butt is lifted somewhat up. It looks like it has a stance to it. This is just normal. It just doesn't. It lost the aggressiveness. It lost every. Look at the side skirts. They're just like just a piece painted gloss black. It just, I don't know what they're thinking with doing that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying there.
The front grille, the kidney grille, it's cool. I still think the older one is more aggressive, but this one's cool because it opens to get more air suctioned in. Like it literally opens. It's a functional kidney grille, and it opens up to get more airflow.
Yeah,
but I still think the old one is more aggressive.
Yeah, that side skirt thing's kind of odd. It even continues onto the back.
Yeah, exactly. And the back diffuser is not as aggressive as the M2 before. It's I don't know what they're thinking with this new.
Ariel 4, I'm assuming I pronounced it correctly. Do you have a photo of the new Traveler, and do you know how much bigger than the Countryman it's going to be? Rumor is it's going to be a 3-row seat crossover utility vehicle. Basically, Mini's goal is they're not going to always make tiny cars, but they are always going to try to be the smallest car in their segment. So the hatchback is the Mini Hatch is the smallest car in its segment. The Mini Clubman is the smallest car in its segment. The Mini Countryman, same thing. So the current idea of what the Traveler might look like is based off of what we're seeing. This actually looks a lot more like the current redesign for the Countryman. So I'm trying to find an actual picture of the Traveler, but there's no actual picture of the Traveler yet. But they do have some idea of what they might look like according to Auto Express. And this is a UK publication, so this was a hatchback they were looking at. This is not what the hatch is going to look like, I'm pretty sure. But they think this may be the Traveler. What they think the Traveler would look like. This is all conjectural. This is all photoshopped. But you get an idea. And
you gotta go a little bit lower. We can't.
Yeah, it's not scroll. Is it scrolling now?
Now it is. Yeah. Oh, okay. What the heck is that?
That's what they think the Traveler might look like based on conjecture.
What in the world is that?
It'd be a full electric crossover.
It looks like a paceman. It looks like the body of a paceman.
Yeah. It's going to be a full electric crossover utility vehicle. That being said, I heard rumors that the name Paceman may actually be coming back.
It does not look bad.
No. But I hear Paceman may actually be coming back as a model name.
Interesting.
But this is actually what they think the Traveler might look like.
Okay, it looks more like a Clubman.
Well, it looks like it looks like an enlarged Countryman, a very big Countryman.
Yeah, it looks like a bubbly design to it, like it's just bubbly.
Yeah, well, this is, like I said, this is Photoshop.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, they don't know for sure. This is all complete guess.
What about that little electric F56 or G56?
That's what they think. The even smaller. There's supposedly Mini's going to be building a much smaller electric Mini that will be sold just in the Chinese market. I
thought the next generation Minis were going to be smaller. I literally isn't that what they said in the press conference? Literally, that they're going to be smaller.
They are going to be smaller. There is a trick. There's a trick of how they did that though.
How?
And I'm going to show you a side profile picture, and you'll see exactly why
That doesn't even look aggressive. That just looks adorable.
Well, I think isn't Mini supposed to look adorable?
Yeah, I guess.
It's kind of Mini's thing. They're kind of all about being adorable.
I don't think the original minis look adorable. I think they look just like a little tiny rally car. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those door handles though on that design that they put there. Like the push out door handles, pretty cool.
So I'm gonna pull up the. Oh, let me see if it pops up. Okay, you see this photo?
Oh, this picture. I've seen this picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's zoom. Oh, ah.
It was like they got the back and they just did this to it.
So there it is. Let's zoom a little closer. There we go. Now this is a pretty good view. You can actually get a good idea of what we're looking at here. So that is the test car currently for the new F-56 that's going to replace the F-56. Now, here's the thing. It is technically smaller than the previous car. And here's how they did it. And I'm now going to walk you through it.
Because it's electric?
Well, there's part of that. You can see you can see the lower portion here. That's probably a battery tray.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
What they did is look at the distance between the front wheel and the door. So what they did is they increased the distance between them by a few inches, like 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
Or like 3 inches, I think, 2 to 3 inches, and then they raked the windshield back further.
Yeah, it looks more aggressive.
Yeah. They also noticed, if you look at the rear, they also did something with that as well.
Yeah, they did this to it.
Yeah, they added that wing. Looks like a pretty good sized hatch now. But that's basically what we're looking at is the next generation Mini. Now what they did is they pulled the wheel track forward slightly, and then shortened the front bumper slightly.
Yeah, I see the front bumper is shortened because it's an electric car at the end of the day, so you're gonna be able to shorten much. Yeah. You don't need air intakes or air ducts.
Well, they're still gonna have an internal combustion version of this car. They're just right now this time around, instead of designing it as an internal combustion and then doing an electric car, they're designing it as an electric car and then doing an internal combustion.
I wonder how they're gonna approach the internal combustion one, because you're gonna need space for air ducts and stuff like that in the front.
Oh yeah, they'll just be able to do the same exact thing. There's still a motor in the front. There's still an electric motor up front, like they. Oh
yeah, this is the one that we spoke about in the last stream, I think, because the hood was coming up and then the headlights stayed in place, or there was some weird cutout or something. The headlights that we were talking about.
Yeah, we think they may be doing away with the clamshell bonnet entirely.
Yeah.
But the way this car looks, they also knows they flipped the gas cap back to the driver's side.
Yeah.
But what we think is this is going to be the car, and from what I've heard, and based on what I'm looking at, it's going to be pretty cool looking.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, I like how the front windshield is. It looks more sporty in a way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool when it comes out. Now, what the question is what it's going to look. The question is, what is it going to look like when it's actually fully unveiled? Because right now, what I do see in this car, though, is I see the possibility they can make this a 4-door without stretching the body too much, because there's a much longer distance between the back of the door and the wheel and the rear wheel.
It also looks like the back window is much larger than the normal current.
The back window is a little bit bigger.
Yeah. How the heck did they shorten this but made it much longer inside?
What I heard is they increased the wheelbase. They shortened the nose, and they didn't change the size of the interior at all.
But the interior is completely different, because I think we've seen some spy shots of the interior.
It does have a completely different interior. From what we saw, it looks like it's going to be a complete digital screen all the way across.
Yeah.
Based on the spy shots, which kind of cool. We kind of have to. It's going to be kind of a wait and see kind of thing, because you know how people are. They don't like change.
Now, question: the next GP from 6-7 years from now, next GP coming out, electric or combustion engine?
The next GP after this one will be an electric, probably.
Okay.
Now here's the two cars side by side. The current electric and the test car. Oh, where'd it go?
Oh, I haven't seen that picture.
That kind of cool?
That is pretty cool.
So you can actually see them together. What's really funny is I'm looking at this electric car, and I'm like, why is this electric car running around on John Cooper Works wheels?
You know, now that you put them side by side, the rear window might look bigger, because, you know, you have those black pieces that go around the window. so that's probably why it looks
It's
weird, 'cause
partly an
covered up.
optical illusion. But
Yeah,
the rear,
exactly.
even the rear window is raked back a little bit more.
Yeah. I wish there was like a literal side by side so we can see the shape of the top of the car, like windshield and whatnot.
Oh, this is a really good photo right here. So this one you can really get a good idea of the body line of the body. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
That is a weird angle.
There you go.
Yeah.
It keeps wanting to go back.
Is that an intercooler? What is that?
Well, hold on. So stop. Screen keeps moving. Okay, so that's the side of the car. That's a more side profile.
Mm-hmm.
You notice the mirrors are actually moved up into the window area rather than on the door.
Yeah, yeah. And they're just straight, like squared off mirrors, just normalized mirrors, I guess. And
No,
the
they're not.
tail lights.
What they actually are BMW M mirrors.
Oh, really? They look way too big.
Yeah, that's why I think this is all. That's why we're pretty sure this is all test mule stuff. But that is a radiator up front.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. How the heck? But it says electric test vehicle.
Yeah, it's because it is.
Hmm.
But this is going to be a pretty interesting car.
And the taillight situation. If you go on to the next pictures, there's
Yeah.
You can see the taillights.
The headlights though, if you look at the headlights, they do look fake. These look like they're faked.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that.
Well, that's just a fake ring to hide the
I wish they come up with more shots and then more, just advance a little bit quicker. I want to see what it looks like already. There you go. The taillights are just like sunk into the body of the car.
Yeah, this is
at least in this one.
This all looks faked.
Yeah.
This all looks stuff that's just applied onto the body to hide it.
Yeah, like the taillights are gonna be here, but you don't know how they're gonna look like yet. And then the new bumper design, it goes up into the taillights.
Well, because you see the cut lines, it's like it's cut in one area, but it's not cut in the other area.
If you look at the rear bumper, you can see that it does this now. Instead of doing this, it does this. The hatch. That makes me wonder how the hatch is gonna open.
It's gonna open still like a normal hatch, but the rear bumper has more of a curve to it now.
No, as in like when the hatch opens up, is it gonna bring up the taillights with it, or is it gonna bring up like a little corner of it?
It looks like it might actually bring up a corner of the taillight, but I don't know if this all still looks like it's being to throw us off.
And then you got like rear fog lights, or is it just reflectors for the test vehicle or something?
Those are reflectors for the test vehicles because they're not in the correct locations on the car. Now, what I'm trying to see is if you can see an interior shot. There's kind of an interior shot right there.
There's an interior shot up on Google, I think.
Well, if you can find it, I'll post it up so people can see it. And what does Jason want? He has his hand raised.
Oh, I think he's just saying hi.
No, I don't know if that's a wave or raising your hand. But
I think he wants attention.
Oh, yes. We all do. Yep, he says hellos. And I'm going to try to find it. Oh, I just found it.
You did?
Uh-huh. It's one of the pictures in this grouping.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's in here. There it is.
Oh, but I'm talking about like one from the actual interior, full like I've seen one.
No, there's not actually one from the actual interior, but there is the interior of the new 2022 or 2024 Mini Cooper, and it looks very, very different. Now, this could all just be stuff to hide it, but you can see the steering wheel. That steering wheel was we originally thought was the one from from the Chinese cars. Looking at it more closely, I think it might still be one of the Chinese car wheels, but I think it actually is a mini design.
If you look at the steering wheel, it looks like it has the new button layout.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Although I don't think the steering wheel is going to transfer over to the new car. But look at the A pillar.
Yeah, it's a fat A pillar.
That is a fat A pillar, which makes me wonder what it's hiding. There's something hiding in there. They're hiding something, but there's also a shade over the center dash, so you can't see the center stack.
Yeah, it looks really. It actually that steering wheel was the same steering wheel that I pulled up here in a picture of the new supposed Traveler, and there's a full interior shot, but it's just kind of blurry.
Well, go ahead and share the screen. I'll pop it up on the screen.
Give me a second.
And we can share it. And Hillary says hi, so hi, Hillary.
Here we go.
Okay, we're going to share your screen now. Add to stream.
Right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because if you look at this, the one that you had pulled up, this right here, it was the same, and this right here is the same. So it's not the same as the current generation.
Hold on. Let's go back.
You see? Look at the
That's
little
a different
silver
steering
piece.
wheel.
No, look. Go back to your picture.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the silver little ring that goes around the steering wheel by her thumb. You see it?
Yeah. But look at the buttons. That's a different button.
No, the buttons are here. They're right here. You can see the buttons right here. You just do not distinguish as much because this is a low resolution picture. You can see the buttons right here.
Huh.
Because the little piece that she had a thumb on is right here. See? And then look at the A-pillar. It's the same. So they have this is covered up. This looks like a screen, and then this is just dash over here. But this looks like a big screen,
So
like a Tesla type of thing.
Yeah, so that is the upcoming Mini interior by the looks of things.
Yeah. See.
That's the steering wheel. That steering wheel is meant to throw us off, though.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's just what I found. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But the rumor is, the Paceman name may be making a comeback.
I don't think I have any more shots of that.
No, you don't.
Oh, and that's not it.
Well, hold on. What was that?
No, that was just a Mercedes.
Oh, typical.
Yeah. But it does look like it's a further large screen.
The funny thing is, Mini also has most car brands also have a tendency to hide to use other cars for testing. So you could see a car running around that looks like completely that doesn't even look like the car from that brand. And it could be something being tested. Like Porsche one time used a BMW M5 when they were testing the Panamera. They used the body of an M5 to hide it. I think other companies, Mercedes has done that with Dodge Vipers when they were building the new Mercedes-Benz SLS.
Mm-hmm.
They were using a Dodge Viper as the body for that car with a stretched nose. So it happens before. So this car could be just a test bed, but this looks like a complete redesign. So because it looks like a complete redesign, I think this is what we're seeing here is, in fact, the next gen Mini. And
go ahead.
It looks pretty good. I think they're definitely adding stuff onto the body to hide it. The hood scoop looks like it's in the wrong place.
Yeah. I don't like that line in the hood scoop. If you look right below the hood scoop, you see a line. It looks like it's just going to break off. Like the hood, when it opens, it's just going to open
why I think
from there.
They're just to throw us off. The trim rings and everything. I think all that is just to throw us off. Because if you look behind the trim ring, you can see the actual shape of the tail of the headlight.
Yeah.
Now there's a possibility they might be getting rid of the trim ring idea entirely and just having the body go straight to the edge of the headlights. So
that would be interesting.
So fewer parts. You notice there's not even any belt. There's not even a distinguished belt line anymore.
Then what's right there on the door? It looks like a black line.
Yeah, but look at the bonnet. There's no belt line spot on the bonnet.
Yeah. Interesting.
Now, that could just be another thing to throw us off. They could have just taken body panels and stuck it onto the car to hide things.
Maybe. To throw us off really quick here, if anybody here owns a Mini GP3, Mini just updated the app, and now you're actually able to see finally a GP3 on your thingy, on your homepage. Yeah, so I was super stoked about that, and you can also see it down here. And actually, the cool thing is, since they updated the app, and when you open the app for the first time, it has a little card cover on the GP3, and it just pulls it out. So I was not able to get it again. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it if you delete the app and whatnot. But it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
If anybody has that, yeah, it's
If anyone in this live chat has a GP3, which probably not many of them on here have a GP3, I would hope someone did.
But if It was really cool. I was so it just really bothered me that when as soon as I got the GP3, I was setting this app up in the dealership, and then I just see a base model, and I'm like, what? I need to see a GP3 here, and they finally, I don't know, somebody said something, or maybe they just had it, already pre-done.
I
But
think
they
they
hadn't
were.
added it in.
I
Yeah.
think it was a matter of they were taking their time.
And the cool thing is that it knows if it's a US spec or a European spec Mini because you can see the side markers in the back and the front right there.
And Caden said we can dream. Yep, we can all dream of owning a GP3. Gabriel actually just went ahead and did it.
I'm extremely thankful to be able to do that. I own my dream car, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Someone asked me if what would be the car you would want to drive if you weren't after your current, or if you didn't have your current car. And I'm like, well, I want to drive my current car, so it's kind of like I have the car I want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the future, I really, really still, to this day, I want to get an M2. Not the new one for sure. I'll tell you that 100% right now. But yeah, there's cars that I do like apart from my car as well. My car was a top priority one that I liked, but there are other cars. Of course, you're a car enthusiast. You're gonna like other cars. You're not just gonna stick with one.
Yes, and now the cat has decided he wants to sit in my lap. So. Okay. I get it. Ow. Sharp claws.
But yeah.
So yeah, pretty cool stuff coming out from Mini though. So what do you since you weren't here early on? What do you speculate? Mini. What do you think is the reason that or what do you think Mini's going to be doing? I don't know. I can't come up with it.
Just take a deep breath in and talk.
It's called the brain fog for all you. It's like, or maybe it's the cat just like nuzzling against me right now. It's like I'm trying to think and I can't. But what would you want to see Mini come up? Or like, for example, we were talking about the multi-tone roof. So what would you want to see for a color combination for the multi-tone roof?
I don't like the multi-tone roof.
Okay, well,
if I could get a multi-tone roof, it would be black in the front, red in the back, because I'm thinking about it on my GP3, and I'm thinking about it in the black and then going red into the back into the spoiler. So I think that would be pretty cool, but I'm not sure.
If anyone needs a good acupuncturist, I highly recommend my cat.
I don't know. What do you think about the multi? I know your thoughts.
I like the multi-tone roof, and I know that they're going to be coming out with other color combinations. But the speculation has been circulating. They're going to do a red combination, so red, dark shade of red, medium shade of red, and black. Then they're going to do that. There's other people saying that they might do like a red, white, and blue thing, so like British flag kind of pattern. And then I've heard they may even do for like the electric car, they might do a yellow.
Okay.
A yellow shade. So I'm not sure. But Caden just popped in here. He said it would be sick if they did a red gradient for the roof. Yeah, so I think they might do something like that.
Yeah.
It only seems logical that they would. I mean, you can get the multi-tone roof on a JCW, so why not get the multi-tone red pattern on a JCW?
Going back to, I think it was Alan Vandermark. He was asking for an aftermarket exhaust for his car.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants pops and bangs, but I don't know if you remember that video that we had sent in the group chat we have on Instagram of the new 2022 JCW that has an exhaust on it, and then he got a pop and bang tune, and his gearing is all messed up.
Yeah.
It was about to switch gears, and it just stayed in gear, and then it switched. So I wouldn't go for a pop and bang tune, but like Zach said before, John Kaborg's Pro exhaust would be a really nice touch to it. On my GP3, it doesn't pop and bang unless you're really heavy on the throttle and then let off, which it does, but not as loud as before.
The pop and or the Pro exhaust won't give you the pop and bang, but it will make it sound louder and more obnoxious.
Yeah, I literally have a Pro exhaust right behind that window that I'm trying to get rid of, and I didn't. Everybody's like, "Oh, why didn't you put it on the GP3?" Because I love the tips on the GP3. I don't know, it's just me. But I did a muffler delete on the GP3, and I have buddies that have done exhaust on the 2022 John Cooper Works, and it sounds nice. Depending if you go decat it down pipe and stuff like that, it will sound very weird without the pops. It just doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you might want to look into that to get something that's tasteful and not too loud, since you don't have the pops and bangs anymore.
Now, this person just asked, I'm trying to find the vid where you kept customizing the minis. What's the title of it? Now, are you referring to the ones where I did the configuration, the configurator, or are you talking about something entirely different? Because I'm not exactly sure what you meant by customizing. So I'm assuming you might be doing the configuration, talk about the configuration video, which is several years back. Well, it's 2 years back, really. And I think, I remember how far back it goes because I've been doing videos for so long that I just have tons. But if you go back, it wasn't 2020. It was 2019 that I did those. And it looks like, let's see here, configurator. Where's the configurator? Boy, I made a lot of videos. Holy crap.
You know what would be interesting would be to open up the Mini website and build your own and go through a lot of those options, as I have so many questions because I have never ordered a Mini, ordering it myself, like speccing it out myself, and I have so many questions for you that I'm pretty sure you have the answers to.
That would be fun to do in a future live stream to do. Oh, here we go. Configure. Just basically search for configuring my ideal Mini, and I have a configuring my ideal Mini Cooper convertible, configuring my ideal Mini John Cooper Works, configuring my ideal Cooper S, my ideal Cooper. I don't know if I ever did a Countryman and a Clubman one, though. I think it's because they weren't that popular. But I did videos like that. Now that would be kind of fun to do a video series where I'm configuring, or a live stream where I actually configure the car on the live chat.
It's not even that. It's just because I genuinely have questions for you, and I think it's better if I ask you them here because I'm thinking about we might be getting a 2022 John Cooper Works sooner or later within this upcoming year, and I don't know how to configure it, and I want to ask you a lot of questions on behalf of that.
Okay, guys. Well, we've been going at this thing for now almost hour and 30 minutes. But how many of you want to see us do a configuration of a John Cooper Works right now? Because I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No, I'm dead serious. I have it pulled up on my computer.
I think it's fun. I love to. I literally just go on there for the sake of it, and I just do it myself. But I just have questions as to why so many things are there and packages that get removed, and then something can't be added onto it. I don't know.
Well, it's time to play everyone's favorite game, Design Your Mini.
Yes.
So it's time to play everyone's favorite game, Design Your Mini. So I need everyone to tell me here, what do you want to do first? We're going to select the model. What do you want? Hardtop, four-door hardtop, Countryman, Clubman, or convertible?
I think we should.
Why
don't we go with a hardtop, John Cooper Works, and then we go down from there.
Okay, so we're going with a hardtop. And we are going with a John Cooper Works starting MSRP of $32,900.
Not bad.
Now you got to ask yourself: do you want classic trim? Do you want signature trim? Or do you want iconic trim?
Okay. So, please explain this to me because I don't want to get a car that's going to be over $40,000 and what? Oh, I can just get a GP with that, right? Mm-hmm. Or get a fully spec'd out John Cooper Works and stay within a budget type of way.
Honestly, I thought it'd be fun to actually get a classic trim JCW, and then I could have the roof wrapped in any color I want.
Okay, so explain to me exactly, apart from what it says here, classic, signature, and iconic, in the most basic way.
Classic trim gives you basic options. You only get 4 color choices: Moonwalk Gray, Pepper White, Chili Red, and Midnight Black. You get the standard 17-inch track spoke wheels. You get the Dynamica interior. You get manual or automatic transmission. You get an option for heated seats, and I think that's it. I don't think you don't get the sunroof, obviously.
So what trim? I don't care about the sunroof, but what trim is the silver metallic white or something like that?
The one where you can do when you can do a different color roof and everything. That would start off in signature.
Okay.
Now here's the trick. Signature trims and iconic trims. If you can configure a signature trim up to a point where it costs more than iconic trim, and then at that point you might as well just buy the iconic.
Gotcha.
So you actually would end up saving money in just buying the iconic. I've seen it happen before where people configure a signature trim and order it that way, and they could have had an iconic for like $2 or $3 grand less.
Yeah.
So in your case, I would say we're going to configure this as an signature trim, which gives you a lot more options to start with. So we're going to go next to your color. So that starts off your MSRP now at $35,900.
Okay. She wants the metallic, the same color that Jason has. What color is that?
That's white silver.
That one.
So
it doesn't change prices on the colors don't change.
The colors right now, the colors when you get into signature trim are zero cost. They don't cost extra. But let me just show you one color I really like. Rooftop gray is one of my favorite new colors.
Yeah, I really like that color too. I was looking into it.
Yeah.
Now
I also really like island blue.
I can't say that I like island blue more than I liked the that one really deep royal blue that they had before.
Yeah, I forgot the name. This is white silver.
Yeah, I love that color. That's one of my favorite colors. It's just really, really bright.
Now you got to pick a roof though, of course. So do you want? Now your choices are chili red, obviously classic.
Personally, I would go with chili red. She doesn't like it. She wants to go with black.
You cannot do. You cannot. The thing is, you cannot do a white silver roof.
Why?
It's just the way they do it. You can do white silver, but you cannot do a white silver roof.
Because they still want that two-tone.
White silver is one of the cars where you cannot have a body color roof. You can have a white roof on a white silver car, and you can have a black roof on a white silver car, and you can have, if I confirm this, oh, wait a minute, you can't do it unless it's like island blue?
Yeah, wow. I was looking at, you cannot do the multi-tone roof unless it's the island blue.
On the JCW anyway.
Yeah, on the JCW. Yeah.
Okay. So what roof do they want?
She wants a black one. I tried talking her out of it, but she wants the black one. I would go with the red one any day, but she just wants black.
Okay, she wants black roof. Okay, so it's very simple. Now, what wheels would she want? Does she like the track spokes?
She wanted those because she does not like the silver on the tracks on the circuit spokes. Sorry.
Okay, so there's that. And what are some comments on here? And yes, someone said I thought you liked the pepper white. I personally love pepper white. I think it's a beautiful color. His girlfriend does not.
No, and I have a different opinion as when it comes to pepper white because I had a pepper white Mini as my first car. And I just never learned to love the color. I can appreciate the color just as I can appreciate everything else.
That's the thing with pepper white. It's either love it. It's you either love it or you hate it. So
yeah,
I love pepper white. This person likes white silver.
Yeah, and then the reason why I like white silver as well is because it's the color that I wanted when I had the pepper white Mini, which was something more brighter, something more eye-catching in a way.
So here's the interior. This is the carbon black Dynamica cloth.
She wanted the leather.
Oh. So to do that, we have to add the signature upholstery package, which adds an extra $2 grand. But now we got the leather.
All right.
She wants leather, or she wants the Dynamica leather?
No, she wants that one.
Okay, good. So not the.
No. Because the design on the seats changed.
Yeah. Here's my thing with the lounge leather. Everyone seems to love. If you look at the side bolsters on these seats, on the cars equipped with the Dynamica seats, the JCW seats, the side bolsters are up higher. It hugs you right. It hugs you right here. On the cars that have the regular sport buckets and the lounge leather, it hugs you down by your hips.
Oh, really? I never noticed that.
Yeah. I get in my car and then I get into a JCW and it's a completely different spot. I prefer it up here, like up high. I like that up high because it would keep me from turning. That's the other thing though is my back's been killing me lately. I miss my lumbar support that I had in my old JCW Clubman. Because I don't have lumbar support in my new car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does not have lumbar.
Oh.
Sad.
Oh.
But anyway, so that's the interior. Notice the new LED lighting they have in there now.
Yeah. And then the dash pieces as well.
Yeah.
And then you have the new radio.
Let's select surface of the dash. So do they want
piano black?
She wants piano black, so she doesn't want aluminum?
Nope, she wants because if in the aluminum, if you look at the pictures, I have a couple of buddies of mine that got the new 2022 JCW, and silver doesn't you cannot see the lights underneath it unless it's nighttime. During the daytime, you can distinguish them more when it's black,
Okay.
and it looks a little bit better.
Okay, now transmission. Is she going to do an automatic or a slush or a manual?
Automatic.
Oh, that's sacrilege. That's sacrilege right there.
You know what I did notice is that you're not able to change the what was it, the pieces in the middle, unless you change the seats. Remember in the previous models you can get them in red, you can get them in different colors. The pieces that come into forming of a V in the dash of the car. Why?
I don't know.
That killed it. I used to love those being in red.
Okay, now here are packages. We already have signature upholstery added. Does she want driver assistance?
I don't understand exactly. Does it park for you? What is it?
It has active cruise control and it has parking assistant. The parking assistant is basically the radar parking thing. But here's the thing.
Sensors.
Yeah, it has sensors, and it also will park itself. But here's the thing: when it's parking itself, you still have to push the brake to stop the car.
Really?
Yes, it will not stop for you, because there's people who get mad that, like, hey, I backed into a car when I was doing the automatic parking. I'm like, and they're like, well, and people are like, well, did you use the brakes? And they were like, no. And like, there's your problem right there. You didn't use the brakes.
I did not know that. For that price, I think it should park itself. Don't you think?
Yes.
That's why I was like $750, and it doesn't. I don't know.
So do you think she'd want that or no?
So that's why I was thinking. I mean, if it parked by itself, amazing. Because she doesn't park that great, but she's learning how to park. I'm teaching her how to park.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. What do you think about that? I don't think. Have you ever wanted?
I honestly could take it or leave it. I'm not a fan. I don't necessarily need it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a bad thing to have.
Now, why is active cruise control in the driver assistance package? Does that mean that
that's exactly what it does? That's exactly what it does when you're slow. Is when you come.
Oh, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It'll slow the car down.
Yeah, exactly. I think let's add it. $750 at this point. You're gonna finance it probably. So I think it's.
Do you know she'd want the premium package with auto dimming rear view mirror, heated steering wheel, and Harman Kardon?
So she does want the Harman Kardon, but she doesn't care about anything else there in that list.
Well, I don't think you can get that a la carte anymore.
Which really sucks.
Does she
black
want
exterior trim?
Okay, piano black exterior trim. That's
100%
option. Does she want touchscreen navigation?
Yes.
Does she want the regular or touchscreen plus with Apple Car with I'm sorry, not with Apple CarPlay. What does it come with? It includes.
What's the difference?
It's $800 more.
Yeah, but what changes?
Good question. I don't know. There's customization here. Let's see. You can get enhanced USB and Bluetooth, wireless chart and wireless charging. You can get. Oh, basically, you can either for $800 more, you can either get enhanced USB and Bluetooth, or you can get wireless charging.
Interesting. Gotcha. I think the wireless charging would be nice.
Okay, so we're gonna add that.
Look, why?
Currently, this option cannot be removed. Please continue your build with it included.
What?
That might have something to do with the chip shortage.
Huh.
Oh, they're crossed off. You can't get them right now.
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. No, you can. Oh, it did it for us. We have now hit the point where the cars now cost more than signature trim. So it's now officially iconic trim.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay. So it automatically added it there. So that's why it asked you if you wanted to remove it. You couldn't.
Yeah, so we hit confirm. We're now iconic trim on this car as we just passed $40,000.
Okay. Which is a mark that I really wouldn't like to go over, but yeah.
Does she know if she wants bonnet stripes?
No bonnet stripes.
No bonnet stripes. Okay. Let's check options now.
Alarm system,
so
100%. Yes.
Alarm system?
Yes.
Okay. Head-up display, standard.
No head-up display. I do not like the head-up display with the digital display as well. It just doesn't make any sense.
You cannot remove the head-up display without also removing the navigation plus.
Really?
Yes.
So Navigation Plus is only with the heads-up display?
If you remove the head-up display, basically, if you remove the head-up display, you have to switch to the regular navigation. But
Wow.
here's the thing about the head-up display: you can shut it off.
And it would hide itself underneath.
Yeah, it just hides itself.
Okay.
Now, does she want the sunroof?
No.
Okay. Does she want... What else is in here?
Wait, the panoramic sunroof is added, though, isn't it?
No, the panoramic sunroof can be... Oh, you can remove the panoramic sunroof.
Yeah, let's remove it.
Okay, she wants no sunroof. Okay, there you go.
Exactly.
So she has a sunroof delete.
Yes.
All right.
You know, removing the sunroof didn't even drop the price whatsoever.
No. Does she want all-season tires?
No.
So
We don't need that down here. Yeah, we don't need that down here in Florida.
Okay, we've defaulted. It has dynamic dampers standard.
Okay.
So that has everything in there. That it's now completely optioned. So let's go to summary. So
really
this
pricey.
car is $41,150.
Pretty pricey in my opinion.
That seems a little pricey, but at the same time, that's also pretty decent JCW money for a loaded JCW.
You think, in all reality, do you think we should remove some parts because the price that we built ours, which I forgot, I think it was 37, and that was a comfortable price for them.
You can probably get some financing involved. There's some financing that you can get. You can also get some cash. You can also probably get like rebates and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But that's basically what you have there is $41,150. Now, Maria wanted me to configure
a Countryman.
No, Maria.
Oh, hardtop S and then a Countryman.
And a hardtop and then Aerial 4 set a Countryman. Let's configure. I'm going to configure a hardtop, just a regular Cooper S hardtop. And
this is interesting.
I'm going to configure my ideal Cooper S hardtop.
Sounds good. I'm intrigued now. This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, those rims have to go.
So mine would be signature trim.
Okay.
Probably signature. I might actually go iconic. Screw it. We're gonna go iconic.
Yeah, if this is your ideal car, so why not just go all the way?
We're gonna go iconic. That's an $8,000 extra. So let's go to color. And I'm gonna pick. Let's see. I've always wanted chili red, but I kind of like this island blue.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that.
Midnight black's nice though. I wonder what midnight black would look like with the multi-tone roof though. Interesting. But actually, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do island blue. I like island blue. I am not going to do the multi-tone roof, though. I'm going to do a silver roof.
Okay.
And for wheel choice, I have lots of choices for wheels. I can do the 17-inch pebble spokes. I can do the 17-inch rail spokes. 17-inch roulette spokes. As soon as they load. Yeah, I can do the 17-inch scissor spoke. 17-inch silver tentacle.
I think the tentacle spoke is the most aesthetically pleasing. It was
17-inch black tentacle spoke.
Yeah.
18-inch mini yours British wheel. But
Never seen that.
The wheel I actually really like is this one.
You like it?
Yeah, I actually do like it. I've seen it in person. I really do like it. So I would end up going with that. Now, for my interior choices, I would choose for the upholstery. Now, this is weird. I would probably get this.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I like the Chesterfield leather. If you're gonna go with the white pieces.
Yeah, but I like this. I like this yellow for some reason.
Have you seen it in person?
Yeah, it's really pretty. But even the regular black pearl cloth would look good. And the reason I like it is the fabric is temperature neutral.
Okay.
So even if you didn't have heated seats, it wouldn't matter. Or even if you had didn't have heated seats. Yeah, if you didn't have heated seats, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But I'm going to do the yellow interior because I like the black pearl light checkered. I think it's pretty. So, interior surfaces. I like piano black, but I also like aluminum. The only thing I don't like about here's the thing, I might change this. The only reason I don't like the only reason I wouldn't get the light cloth is because look what it does to the dash. You can only get the satellite gray dash trim. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the black pearl cloth.
I also like the first, I think it was a Chesterfield brown one.
Now, see, yeah. Now, see, I like the aluminum interior.
Do you know if it's actual aluminum or it's just a design?
I think it's aluminum. I think it is a real aluminum, but I like the aluminum interior, that aluminum dash panel.
Mm-hmm.
But the piano black also looks sleek. But I think in this instance, I'm going to go for the aluminum. And of course, for the transmission, we're going to go for manual transmission.
How many gears does it have?
6-speed.
Okay.
So now choose packages. So for me, I like Harman Kardon. I don't need the heated steering wheel though.
Okay.
But I might be able to get it a la carte. I don't really care about driver assistance packages. Vinyl bonnet stripes. I'm going to have my own bonnet stripes made. Touchscreen media is not in there. I have touchscreen navigation plus because that's standard for the iconic trim. I'm going to add the piano black exterior trim. And for options, I'm going to go back up here to the top. I'm going to select
yeah.
dynamic
Yeah.
all season tires. Remove the sunroof. Add a car alarm, anthracite headliner, and that is it. So in summary, my fully loaded.
That's JCW
What the hell did
price.
it do to the? I'm sorry. What the heck did it do to the wheels?
Yeah.
I selected pulse spoke wheels.
Yeah, remember. That's up there in JCW price in my opinion.
Well, let me go back to the pulse spokes. Give me my wheels. There we go. Okay, now let's go back to summary.
Is it?
There we go. Now we're cooking. This is my ideal Cooper S. And what's cool about this is this fits right under, this slots right under the 36,000 price point. So that's a really good Cooper S.
For that price point, would you rather have a less spec John Cooper Works or a fully spec Cooper S?
It really doesn't. It really kind of is a matter of preference. If you really just, if you don't want a JCW and you want just a Cooper S, this is perfect. If you want a JCW, then go for the JCW. Now, if a JCW, I'd probably, me personally, for JCW, I'd get a classic trim because it already has all the bells and whistles. It has most of the bells and whistles that I care about, and I would just leave it at that. I'd have heated seats in it, and that would pretty much be the only option.
Gotcha.
But this is not terrible. This is really good. So 35.9 would be my ideal Cooper S right now.
We move on to the Countryman, correct?
We'll move on to the Countryman. Then I want to eventually. We'll eventually have to hop off.
Yeah.
So let's build a Countryman. Build yours. So my ideal Countryman. Well, honestly, I would choose a John Cooper Works.
Why?
I like the 301 horsepower.
And you like the 0 to 60 speed.
Yeah, so we're going to build a John Cooper Works Countryman. So we're going to do, if this is my ideal car, we're going to do iconic trim. And the color I'm going to pick for this one is rooftop gray.
The rooftop gray looks different in this car than the other ones. It looks
with a
lighter.
red roof.
Mm.
And for my wheels, I'm doing the 19-inch John Cooper Works circuit spokes.
That's a nice spec.
Mm-hmm. For my upholstery, ta-da! I don't need the leather. So this interior is exactly what I want. And I don't need power seats. I can adjust the seat myself.
You can opt for our power seats.
No, I'm not going to do power seats because then if I can't get Dynamica, if I get power seats.
But you can opt for power seats.
Yeah,
correct?
you can opt for power seats, but only if you get lounge leather.
Okay.
So here are the things with this. You can do piano black illuminated dash trim.
Oh yes, I've seen it.
And that's actually pretty cool. You can get shaded silver illuminated.
Oh, that's cool. I've never seen this before.
And you can get the JCW piano black with the red pinstripe.
Oh, I don't know. That I like the first one, but I also like the interior
I
illuminated
like this one for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you just love aluminum.
Yeah, I guess I do. Transmission, of course, my only options are the 8-speed automatic.
Mm.
So for packages on this one, I want to see if I can get this a la carte stuff. So I want the convenience package. Yeah. I want touchscreen navigation, which is already there, and I want the piano black exterior trim, which is already there.
What is the convenience package?
It includes the picnic bench in the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Never seen that before.
This one, I'm going to have the windows tinted at the dealership if I got this. I would get all-season tires. And I would probably delete the sunroof.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because I don't need the sunroof.
It's a hefty price, though.
In summary, this vehicle costs $49,400.
Now, how do you feel about that? It looks really nice,
That's
though.
decent money for a JCW Countryman.
That's what?
That's decent money for a JCW Countryman.
I like how it looks.
Hmm?
I like that color combo too.
And what does everybody else think of this look? Do you like this? Is this a good looking JCW Countryman? I mean, rooftop gray with a chili red roof, no sunroof, so lower center of gravity, so great for cornering. And I go even one step further. There's a M7 tuning actually makes a lowering kit for this car.
Really?
So I would lower it. I would lower it and probably upgrade the wheel, and I would lower it and then space the wheels out, put spacers on the wheels and get them out a little bit further. And then it would be a really aggressive look. Then I do like a JCW exhaust on it well, I don't need a pro exhaust. The JCW Countryman and Clubman actually have a
Valvetronics exhaust.
They have a Valvetronic exhaust. When you put the car in sport mode, it opens the valve.
Yeah, one of them is closed and the other one's open, correct?
Yeah. So this is my ideal JCW Countryman. That is a pretty car.
It is a nice car.
That is a really pretty car.
Window tint, and that's it.
Now, of course, we have to then spec out my ideal. Now I have to do this. Now I have to do my ideal JCW Clubman.
Oh, I got to stay for this one.
So this is just beautiful. So it starts at $39,000. The classic trim JCW Clubman starts at $39,500. So $40,000 you get a JCW Clubman. So I would do honestly iconic trim again. If I had to do ideal. So let's pick my options. We're going to go, I can do rooftop gray again. That looks really good. With a multi-tone, you can do multi-tone roof on this. What do you think?
I personally don't like it because you have red accents everywhere else. It just is not a theme with me. I don't know.
The red roof and mirrors is. So wheels. Naturally, we're going to do the JCW circuit spokes again. Upholstery. I like the regular Dynamica seats, but let's go ahead. We're going to just keep the Dynamica seats. Let's see what the leather Dynamicas look like. There's really not much difference, I think.
I think it's just design.
I like the regular Dynamica. We're going to leave it. Interior surfaces. We're going to do fiber alloy illuminated.
What is that?
I've seen it and I like it.
Really? What is the frozen blue illuminated? I've never seen that one. Oh, okay.
It glows blue.
Pretty cool.
But I'm going to do fiber alloy. So transmission, of course, is standard 8-speed automatic. Let's go to packages. Once again, we got choices in here. Navigation is standard. I'm going to add the piano black exterior trim, which makes it look even better. And we're going to, I have the sunroof deleted on it again as standard. And I'm going to add, it has sport suspension on it. So I can either add dynamic dampers or I can leave it alone.
So what's the difference between the sport suspension and the dynamic?
The dynamic dampers are basically the same, the magnetic dampening control, basically. They stiffen up and all that other stuff. there's really no difference. The sport suspension, I'm probably here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it on sport suspension because that makes the car sit. The sport suspension in the car sits about 10 millimeters lower than the standard JCW.
Okay.
So we're also gonna do all season tires because I live in a climate that requires it. So we're gonna go in summary. So this car is now configured. This is my ideal JCW Clubman at $47,400. And that is a pretty car.
It's also a nice car, I agree.
Huh?
And you have the black you have the GP3 headlights, sorry. With the black interior.
Yep. So that is a good looking, and that's actually standard now on the Clubmans. All the Clubmans now have those headlights.
Only thing.
Now here's something else I found that's really cool. If you were to get a regular Clubman, regular Cooper S Clubman, all four, the classic trim Cooper S Clubman comes standard with heated steering wheel. The signature trim Clubman, Cooper S Clubman, does not.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. The Cooper S Clubman in classic trim comes standard with it. The Cooper S Clubman in signature trim does not. It becomes an option.
The only thing I think missing from this car, from factory, an option that I think they should put on here would be the black beltline kit.
If they made one for the Clubman, yeah.
Yeah.
Which they don't. So I would then have to have my vinyl guy do a black beltline. And that would be a fantastic car. Should we do one more configuration?
You're just having too much fun with this.
Of course
you don't want to stop.
Of course I am. Now, let's pick something out of the blue here. Not a convertible. Clubman, Countryman, 4-door hardtop, 2-door hardtop. Let's go for 2-door hardtop electric.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do a 2-door hardtop BEV. We're going to do iconic trim. I'm going to do rooftop. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want Moonwalk Gray. Is that my only option? All right, I'm going to do white silver. Next, I'm going to choose my roof. I'm going to do... Oh, you can't do that. Hold on. Color. Roof. Okay. White roof on white silver works best. Next, I'm going to choose my wheels. And, I mean, everyone would say go with this wheel. I'm not going to. I'm going to go with the tentacle spokes in black. So go into upholstery. Yeah, you're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that.
That's actually pretty nice.
We're going to do cloth, black pearl. I'm going to... Oh, we have to remove iconic trim? Really? Cancel.
Is that standard? The lounge? With the white?
We're going to have to do lounge leather. There we go. That's $500 upgrade. There's my interior. This is the electric surface interior. And
What the heck is that? What is the electric surface?
Just a checkered pattern.
Oh.
Like a chevron pattern.
Gotcha.
In this case, the piano black looks better. There's only one freaking option for the transmission. Packages. I don't need driver assistance. I already have the black trim. Options. Head-up display is already there. Do I want the sun? I'm going to leave the sunroof in on this one. And in summary, it's $37,400. Now, what I was trying to do was I was trying to configure an electric collection one, but I can't seem to find it. That's why I think if I go into trim and I switch it to iconic or switch it to signature, I think that gives me the electric collection.
You have yellow mirror caps. It's pretty cool.
Because, let's see, packages. It does not. Maybe the electric collection's gone. Oh no, the Electric Collection was the one where you could actually get a multi-tone roof.
Interesting.
Which was kind of cool. But there you have it. We've basically configured all different ones. Now, if I were to get a Cooper S Countryman, I probably would do it in sage green just because I think sage green looks really good. However, the Countryman also would probably look incredible in rooftop gray. But that's a personal preference. But there you have it. I've now configured my ideal minis in there. And we are going at 2 hours doing this live stream. And I need to go to bed because I'm getting up in the morning for Mini Together tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah?
Well, let me see if I can find it. Let's go.
You should post it on your Instagram.
Oh, I'm actually going to be doing the whole drive.
Are you going to do a live stream on the are you going to go Instagram live?
I would do a live stream if it weren't for the fact that I'm going to be filming. I'm going to be using the app on the phone.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And trying to use the app is going to defeat the purpose. So there it is. Taking the good with the ups and downs. There's the Mini Together event. I want to see how the world turns around. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be. And there you have it. So that's going to be the Mini Together event tomorrow, the official National Day of Motoring. I didn't realize my computer's been sliding towards me for the last 30 minutes. But yeah, that's going to be the event tomorrow. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm hoping to see some of you all there. And then for the virtual meet and greet or get together in the evening, I'm definitely going to be there as well. So hopefully you probably will all get to talk to me in person. Now, what I might do next time in a live stream, which might be kind of fun, is I may actually send out share the link to the live stream. So if anyone who's watching, who's chatting with me on this thing, and you have StreamYard.com on your computer, you'll be able to pop in on the live stream and talk with me directly if you really want to. So that's a possibility. It might be kind of a fun thing to do with you all at some point. But I thought it'd be fun, since I hadn't done live streams in a while, to finally get back into doing one. And tonight it just seemed like I was in the mood to do a live stream, so here I am. But I'm hoping everyone enjoyed watching this. It's been 2 hours of just hanging out and chatting. I'm glad Gabriel was able to join me on this, because he's always a good comedy relief kind of thing to have on the channel. He has a good sense of humor, and he also can be critical about things when I don't want to be. Or should I say when I'm not supposed to be?
But either or.
Either or. He can be critical about them. I need to say nice things, because I genuinely think all the minis are nice, regardless of color combination. The only weird combination I ever saw was emerald gray with a red roof, though. And that was a strange color combination. It didn't look bad, but there's only one I've ever seen in that configuration, so that's a weird combination. But honestly, I'm the only one in the group that likes pepper white, and I'm sure everyone else, there's other people in here like pepper white, but this guy here does not seem to like pepper white.
Just not for me, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah, the wrong way. That guy right there does not seem to like pepper white. So I'm like, what's wrong with pepper white? Pepper white's a beautiful color. Everyone should love pepper white. I mean,
it's just when you have the white silver, it's just this is just a no-brainer for me.
But pepper white is such a traditional mini color.
I guess I just got tired of it when I had it for a year.
Well, if you get bored of it, you can always wrap it.
I sold it.
Oh, he sold it, so he sold it. I could just change the color. In fact, I've toyed with the idea at some point of wrapping my car.
Do it. You should do it. 100% do it.
Yeah, when I start hitting $1,000 a month on YouTube, that's when I'll do it.
Chili red.
I was almost to $600 a month. I was actually around $600 a month, and then it dropped. And it like plummeted for some strange reason. I'm like, do people just not watching YouTube right now? Is there no interest in cars anymore? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, and I basically gave away what I actually make on YouTube every month. That's inadvertently gave away what I make around on average on YouTube.
I don't know if that goes against your agreement with them, but I think that's on you.
It actually doesn't. It actually doesn't. I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not going to get in trouble for saying that.
But
that's those are averages. Sometimes I make that, sometimes I don't. It really just depends on how good the videos are. I mean, the way YouTube works is it's about the views. And the more views you get, the more money you make on these videos usually. That's why I have some videos that are really, really successful and some that fall flat. And I've had a handful that I can probably go through my list and find the ones that fell flat. But it seems like you all really love watching the Clubman or Countryman videos, the hardtop videos, and to a degree the Clubman videos. Four-door hardtops and convertibles you all seem to hate. And I don't know why. So you're going to all have to just deal with the fact that I have a convertible video coming up where I got a chance to actually show off a 2022 Mini Cooper S Sidewalk Edition in zesty yellow. And it's a really pretty car. But that's not the video you're going to be seeing Friday or Monday. Monday you're going to be seeing a video of a 2022 Mini Cooper S in a classic color scheme with a manual gearbox because of course I have to find cars with manuals. But anyway, we're going to get out of this. I'm glad everyone got to chat with me here tonight. I'm hoping to do another one of these at some point down the road, and I'm going to make sure Gabriel knows in advance so he can come in with me. But I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you did, don't forget to leave a like below. Feel free to comment after the fact if you want to. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel because I have great content on this channel, and I think you all should watch it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because I upload videos usually every Monday at 2 p.m. as I call it Miniac Monday. And sometimes I throw in a Friday video here and there when I'm bored. So you might get one of those next week. You might get one of those the week after. You might not know. Actually, the week after, I might not do a Friday video because I think Friday is my birthday next week. Or the week after next week. So I might not do a video that day. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Just going to remind you all before I let you go, of course, because that life is too short to drive a boring car. So, Gabriel, what do we do?
drive a GP3. Drive a Mini, everybody. Nice having you. Nice seeing you guys.
It doesn't have to be a GP3. Just drive a Mini.
I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.
All right. We'll see you all later. You have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are around the world. We'll talk to you later.